Okay. Welcome to the Pop. I am your host, Moraya, Creative Mastering Progress, and we are into episode 2, I believe. 10? Ooh, yikes. Episode 10 of season 2. I think that's what I meant to say, that we're in season 2, but it's episode 10. And we are back and better than ever. I am filming a little bit later today. I don't know, I felt like it. Oh my gosh. And we're already having technical difficulties, but we're gonna work through them as we all do, because that's part of life. And sorry, that was terrible. I don't know what is going on here, but we need to get our acts together, okay? Because I don't have time for this. Anyway, so righty-tighty, guys. Righty-tighty. It doesn't want to stay tight for some reason. Righty-tighty. You've been so good for so long. Woo! Okay. We're back. God. Shh. Okay. Besides that little hiccup, so today we're back to trying drinks, but not alcohol, just because I don't feel like drinking today. So we are trying the Breezeberry from Alani Energy. Every time I go, this drink's like sold out at Target. So I've tried the cherry slush one, which is really good. So we're gonna try the berry or Breezeberry, and then they also have this Cosmic Stardust. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe I'll do that for next week. So, ooh, nice little thing that. Oh, I did not like this first whiff of that, but it's not bad. It's 200 milligrams of caffeine, gluten-free, vegan, contains biotin, B6, and B12. Sounds pretty healthy to me. And 0 grams of sugar. 15 calories. Nice. Carbonated water, citric acid. I'm not reading this. I wouldn't say this is my favorite flavor. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that one. I mean, I'm gonna finish it and drink it, but nothing to write home about. But for my weekly check-in, I'm actually doing pretty well. I kind of had an emotional week this week in the fact that I had some tough conversations that I didn't want to have with certain people. But, you know, you have to have them. Needs to happen. And now I'm kind of in this weird limbo with them, but what are you gonna do? Sorry. Excuse me. That was disgusting, but that's a burp. So there's that. I actually did get some approvals for a few events going on for Mastering Progress, so that's going to be exciting for over the summer. So if you're in the Boston area, be on the lookout. I'm excited. You know, we're moving forward. We're becoming our own people. We're creating our own empires, and that's all we can do here. So we're gonna go right into it. I'm going to talk about my experiences with taxes and, tips on how I think if you're another 20-something-year-old who is filing taxes, well, first of all, you should be, and you should be doing it by yourself. I know some of y'all don't. But, like, it's good to understand your finances because your parents are going to be there forever. If you let other people do it, other people can scam you, and you can get in trouble with the IRS, which I wouldn't suggest, doing. The IRS does have a lot of power here in America. And if you're heading towards the top of the 20s and you're not doing your taxes yourself, or at least do it like once or twice, learn about what's really going on, how your money's being taken away from you, and how you can get it back. I think that's an important thing for everyone to learn. Now, if you don't want to and you want to kind of, that's fine. Whatever makes you happy, but I do think it's important for young professionals or just young people to know what's happening to their money and go from there and just have that experience at least once or twice. I'm on my 5th time now, but I think it's important. So that's one thing. When it comes to taxes. Okay, I love bubbly things, but sometimes, it does not love me. Okay, so I just feel like I need to be closer, like sitting here, because when I go back here, it's like I'm receding into the darkness, and it's kind of weird. So I'm gonna stop that. Let's get into it. So not only am I going to talk about taxes here, I'm going to also make a post on the blog about it, and share what I like to use personally when it comes to my taxes, what you need. Now, reminder, alert, 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 alert. I am not a tax expert. I am not a lawyer. I am not an attorney. I am not I don't know what else you could be. I'm not a tax court judge. My uncle is it. But I am not. So when I'm giving you this advice, this is what has worked for me, what has caused me not to have any issues with the IRS, and I'm just sharing my story and my resources with you. Now, there is definitely a lot more tips. There is definitely a lot more information that could be given. And if you find it, let me know. Share it, because we're not gatekeepers here, but I do not suggest that you take my word for Holy Grail, basically, is what I'm saying. Sorry, I just zoned out. That's it. Anyway, okay, so taxes. First and foremost, you will need time to do them. And on top of that time, you need to make sure you don't have any distractions, you're in a good headspace, because they will try you. Now, in doing your taxes, I highly suggest that you use TurboTax. Intuit is a really good brand when it comes to dealing with taxes, dealing with small businesses. So also suggest their app, QuickBooks, for small businesses. But for taxes, for a normal 20-something-year-old or anything-year-old, or like when you're above 18 or so, I don't know who does taxes. I know I started, when did I start? 19-ish. Anyway, And so I suggest doing that, getting TurboTax. There's a free one because for most of us, we don't have a bunch of stuff going on and concerns to like property tax and all that stuff. So they do have a free one. I highly suggest using it. I've been using it for the past 4 years. This year I did pay like $30 for it just because I wasn't sure if I could use the free one because I did have a few changes in my financials. And I didn't need it, but it was nice to have it. It tells you how to go through different documents, which is very important when those documents come in the mail from your job, from school, from I don't know if you. I know the IRS just sent out a letter about you if they gave you the like $1,400 last year. They just sent out a letter letting you know that it wasn't it was taxable income, but you need to know if you got it or not because they want to pay you back if they didn't. So that's important to be on the lookout for. So make sure you keep those documents all in one place, and once you have all of them, do your taxes. And by now, companies and schools and stuff like that should have sent out that tax information. Oh, and your healthcare providers information that should have been sent out. Now, once you have all that documentation, make sure everything looks accurate on it. Because if it is not accurate, you're going to need to talk to someone and let them know as soon as possible. Because taxes did open in like February, and they're due April 15th, I believe. But I'll include those dates in the post. So you want to get they're probably going to give an extension. They did it last year. They probably will again. If they do, I just say just do it. I did my taxes last weekend, banged them out at 8 o'clock at night, and I got my taxes back within, I would say, like a week or 2 weeks. That's also why I love TurboTax, is because it tells you when the IRS has accepted it. It goes straight to the IRS. You get your direct deposit pretty quickly. It lets you know when they approve, when they don't approve. So I highly suggest using that. Hold on, we're having technical difficulties because Moraya decided it was good to hit a button on her computer. Sometimes. I really can't deal with myself sometimes. It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Okay. And we're back. Moraya decided to hit a button and ended the recording for the podcast portion of this. So, oops. Anywho, so I highly suggest using TurboTax products. It's really easy. They take you step by step. They help you to understand. They make you review 5,000 times. And I'm like, yes, I know. But it's also nice because if you really did mess up, you have a chance to go back multiple times during the process, which is super nice. Another really nice thing is that it tells you how much you're going to get and not going to get at every step. You see it going up and down, up and down. It's like a roller coaster. It makes me it gives me anxiety because I go, oh no, I just lost $200. Oh my God, I just gained $600. And then it just keeps on going up and down. So be ready for that. it is an emotional roller coaster. Now, I do know some people let other people do it for them. I don't like to because, like I said earlier, people can be shady. But not only that, it's like, why? It's my, I feel as though, um, there's some, uh, I don't know, like, people are like, oh yeah, I won't get my taxes back until like 2 months later because I have someone else doing it. No, I want my money as soon as possible and to be able to track it myself. Once again, everyone's situation is different, so it could just be because of their situation. Some of y'all's situation is just you're lazy, but it's fine. Anywho, um, what else? Yeah, use TurboTax. Make sure you're reading through everything, and then once you have those documents, keep them together. So, like for me, I keep my documents together based on the year, and keep them in a safe place. And you know, if I needed to go back, I have all of them together. Oh my god. I have not drinking enough water today. My fingers are swelling. Anyway, um, keep them all in a safe place. Another nice thing about TurboTax is that this is a commercial for TurboTax, basically. So, honestly, if TurboTax would like to sponsor another episode where I can give more information, let them know. Okay, TurboTax? I'd love to let the 20-something-year-olds know about, or, well, it is the 20-something-year-olds who need the most help, but I like to let everybody know why TurboTax is so great. Anyway, so TurboTax keeps those records for you, like, for years on end. Which means if you have to refile, because that is such a thing in tax returns, you can. I had to do it once because someone else's taxes and how they were filing, but it's fine. Anywho, if you ever needed to redo it, you can go back and get back into those pretty easily and redo them and look at why it was like audited or whatever. And it makes it pretty simple, which is really nice. I like things easy peasy lemon squeezy, and taxes are not that, but Intuit brings it closer to that. So I'm a fan.